Okay, guys. Yeah. Like the title says, service, and I wouldn't expect this to need this early on a service, but it does. Um, I wanted to pull the tank off, and just to, I don't know, I just wanted to see how it comes off, and I'll be servicing it soon. I said, you know what, I got some time. Let me pull the tank off, see what's involved. I haven't seen a lot of videos or any with the 2023s, 24s, um, 23s in the UK, 24, or Europe, 24 in the US. And so I just wanted to take the tank off. And while the tank is off, let's look at the filter. And to my surprise, that filter did not look good. So it's 8,200 miles. We're going to jump right into it. I'm going to show you me taking the tank off. It's not a super detailed how-to, but it'll get you pretty close if you're going to do it yourself. I'm not really set up to do these how-to videos with camera. I just hold my phone in my hand and just video it, and whatever. So you'll get the gist of what it is. And yeah, so can you believe it? 8,200 miles, and I got to change the filter. All because thank God I wanted to pull the tank off. I just, yeah, I'm just amazed that it would be that. Well, you're going to see. I'm going to show you. I don't want to give it all away, but you're going to see uh, what the filter looks like, and you guys give me your opinion. But I'm here at Falls Lake, real quick. You guys can check this out. It's beautiful. It's like 75 degrees, guys. It's Tuesday, voting day, and nobody's on the road, and my friends are all working, but I can't stay home. This is just beautiful. I'm going to cross, and we just get another look down here. I know you guys are tuning for bikes, but come on, scenery is nice too. So this is the falls. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how do they mow this side. This is such a steep angle. I don't think I'd want to be mowing, and it looks perfect. Anyway, guys, we're going to hop on the bike. We're going to go for a ride, and we'll talk more about it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to break right now into me taking the tank off, and see what you guys think. I have other things I want to do to the bike, but we'll talk about it at the other time. The main thing with this video is pulling the tank off and looking at the air filter. And I had no idea at 8,200 miles it would look like that. All right, guys, let's jump in. All right, guys. Yeah, it's time for some service. I really didn't expect to do some service. I just really wanted to pull the tank off. Just I haven't seen any videos on pulling the tanks off on a 2024 Street Triple. That's the US, and then if it's a UK or European version, it's 2023. And I know the tank is a little different because this is plastic, not metal, so it's a little bit different process. So I showed you pulling off the side panel already, but I wanted to take the tank off, just to see how it comes off. I know that's stupid, right? But while it was off, I said, you know what? Let's talk about. Let's see the. Let's talk about. Let's look what the filter looks like, the air filter, since it's all off. That's what you have to do. And to my surprise, it didn't look good. And with 8,200 miles, yeah, this didn't look good. So I'm just going to go through some steps and of what you have to do. So right now I'm going to show you this push pin. So there you go. And that's basically you push that in to release it. So I would have to push that in and that would release it. I don't know if you could see how it dropped in. And it would come out, as you guys have seen it last video, but guys who haven't, it's right here. There's a hole right here. And it just goes in. And that's the only thing basically holding the side panel in. So that's the first step you got to do. Now these how-to videos are not, super detailed. I've had this thing apart. It's kind of apart. All the bolts are out. I'm just going to show you where all the screws and fasteners and everything goes. And first thing you got to do is remove the seat. And you'll see that's a number 6 Allen, or I'm sorry, number 5 Allen. So we're going to remove the seat. We'll just put that down over there. And next, we're going to do, now you have to pull that pin out, like I said, and you pull from the bottom. It'll pop out and then pull forward. And that's it. So, now as you guys can see, my race car in the back, I don't really have a lot of room to work in this garage. I still haven't found a place I really want to work that's going to work for me. So I'm stuck in this HOA community, and you can't do much. I don't keep my rig here. I just keep the race car over the winter. Anyway, that's the race car stuff. So let's get back to, so here, then we're going to have another one. Let me just show you one quick. Hold it 1 second, guys. And I'm back. And so you're going to see here that this is going to go in here. And this long bolt will go into here. And so you have to make sure you have to slide this out. You might need a pliers, a little needle nose to pull it out, because otherwise it'll catch and it won't lift up. So basically you got it, and that's a number 8. And you pull that out, And that's it for that. And but a couple more things you have to do. There'll be a screw right here. That's a number 4. I think it's a number 4 or number 5. Yeah, I think it's number 4. And another one here. And we're back. And I just wanted to show you guys. So they're number 4. And they go right here. And right here. Remove them with number 4 Allen. And, oh, I'm sorry, number 5 Allen. I made a mistake. It's the number 5 Allen. So it's a metric, obviously. And, you know, when I was looking at this, I was saying, maybe do I have to remove something here? But this is just a plastic covering. You don't have to touch any of that. Now, I do have some rubber here, so because it scratches real easy. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's going to scratch real easy here. So I just put this so it doesn't, because I've had the tank off already. And then you're going to have 2 more number 5 Allens. And I'll show you that in a minute. And that's what you're going to see here. And it's going to become with a washer. It's going to go right on there. Super simple, just, and yeah. So, okay. So that's it for basically, you're going to obviously have to do the same thing on this side. You're going to have to remove the panel on this side. Same process. So now comes the tricky part where you have to lift the tank up and then wedge something underneath it so you can pull off. There's 3 connections and, well, there's only 2 connections for to pull the tank off, and 3 electrical connections, a fuel line, obviously the fuel line, and then 2 vents. So I'm going to show you my setup in a second. Like I said, I'm not set up to do these kind of how-to, so I'm holding the camera. So, you know, I'm going to fade in and out. I'm going to show you what I do to hold the tank up. All right, guys, so you can see I got a piece of wood here, but you got to be careful with this piece of wood because the tank is really not super steady, as you can see. Let me just move that back. It moves around, so just kind of be careful with that you can wedge something in there that doesn't move. So I'm going to show you the connections here. So now the connections are disconnected, but I'm going to show you where they go. Yeah, it's kind of a pain, you know, when I'm holding the camera trying to point out things to do. Okay, so basically what you got to do here is you can push on this side and you push on this side together. It's kind of a pain. You push them. Basically, also obviously you have to pull this down. This is just like a safety thing, and then this is pull out. It might take a little bit of wiggling. All right, I just wanted to get these connections connected so you guys can see what I have to. So I have my thumb on this one, my finger on this one. You can see that. You have to squeeze here. It's sometimes you got to put a lot of pressure on it, and then you just pull them down. Same with this. I'm going to just show you guys what we have to pull, what we have to squeeze. So let's see if I can get that right there. And it's going to take a little bit of force. So, you know, don't pull, you know, you can pull hard, but don't, you just got to, it's kind of fiddly and stuff, but as they say in the UK, but you have to push. You push these like this. I don't know if you can see that. That's tough with this camera. And the same one with this. And these, you can't mess these up because they only go on one way. And get my thumb out of the way, my fingers. Then you have 2 lines here. These are 2 vent lines. They have to be removed. Now you see this one over here. I'm going to explain that when I get the tank off what that is. But so you have to take these 2 lines off. And then the tank comes right off. So if you have an empty tank, it's easy. If you have it full, it's going to be a pain. I have a couple gallons in it. But I'll have the tank off and we'll be back. All right, guys, we have the tank off. And I think I said there's 3 electrical connections. I might have corrected myself, but I'm not sure. These how-to videos, just not my cup of tea. Anyway, there's only 2 electrical connections, and I showed you where they were. You have to basically squeeze. You'll see the ends here. You have to squeeze them. You have to put a little pressure on it. And, yeah. And both ends, pull them out, no problem. This is the most fiddly part. They make a tool for this, so it makes it easy. I have fat fingers to squeeze both of them and pull it out. It's kind of a pain, and you got to be careful when you're balancing the tank on a whatever you do. I got a piece of wood there, not the best way to do it. And you got 2 vent lines. You guys can pick that up, and that's it. And the tank comes right out. Obviously, when you get all the fasteners out. This here, the reason that you see more connections here is this is part of the it's screwed onto the air box, so that has to come out. It's not holding the air box in, but obviously it is because the wire's keeping it in there, the connection. So you have 2 connections. They only go on one way. You can't mess them up. Same type of thing. You have to push the side, and they pull off. And then we take off. And then this is the ECU. So let me just pull that off. And that just kind of flops back. And then you just pull this out. Not a problem. And there's going to be one more wire connection, so you can't take the top off. all the way. There's one more connection. Not sure what this sensor is, but now you have this sensor, and then you have two more sensors over here. Not sure why there's 3 sensors, but that's the way it is. It's probably the Euro 5 crap that we have to deal with. Anyway, so there's the filter. You know, that's it. And air comes in. It straight comes in from the front. It's ram air. And yeah, just slides right out. And I'm sure you guys all have been waiting for this. Look how nasty that is. It's at 8,200 miles. That's pretty nasty. And they call for 12,000. I remember doing my GS after 10,000, looking at it, and it was fine. It was not a little dirty, but nothing like this. Amazing. I guess because of where the air comes into the front, but 12,000 miles, this wasn't going to last. So yeah, we have a regular filter. We didn't get a high flow filter like DNA or BMC. I think it's one of, or K&N or anything like that, because we have to tune it. I don't want to give it any more air than it needs. It's probably too lean now with the slip-on, so I'm waiting for the tune to come out, and then I'll just put a new filter on it. Hopefully the tune will come out sometime, and I'll change the plugs, which that seems pretty easy. Let me just, sorry guys, get this out of the way. They seem pretty easy because you got all these fasteners here, and the whole box comes out, and the plugs are right there. It doesn't look like it's too bad. Even to do the valves doesn't look bad at all. So yeah, so that's it. Any of you guys who are interested in my last video, put that back down here. I did run the wire here for my USB, run through here, run it up here. You got a fuse in there, and yeah, it's nice and neat. Everything I try to do is really neat, and yeah. So that's it, guys. So give me your thoughts, whatever, on a filter being dirty so fast. I mean, it's not like I go off road with it or anything like that. It's just. Ugh. Anyway, and then we got some more maintenance to do. When I was looking at the bike, I was looking at the rear tire, and yeah, the wear bar is right there. Seems on this side of the left side of the bike, of the tire, the wear bar is pretty tight. It's almost there. It's time to change this tire. But if you go on the other side, you got about 1 millimeter. So it's wearing more on this side than this side. And as you can see, I have a plug in it. I had put that in, I don't know, about 500 miles ago. So I had this super slow leak, and it's super tiny piece of metal. But that was easy to fix. But it's time for a new one. I think I'm gonna go away from the Rosso 4s because they're more of a road tire, and they're not sticky at all compared to. I was spoiled with those Super Corsas, the Rosso 3 Super Corsas. They were just sticky as can be. And this I noticed that unless if the roads are a little messed up, cold or anything like that, you do a pull, it absolutely hits the traction control comes on. It always spins. But I think we're just going to put a sticky one on because this is going to probably go about 4,500 miles. Not bad. I got about 4,200 now. I'm probably going to make a couple hundred before I change it. The front looks excellent, so I might leave the front alone and then just put a sticky one in the back so I can have some nice pulls without spinning the tire. And yeah, so that's it, guys. Let's get back on the bike. Well, no, let's not get back on the bike. I'm splitting this in with the ride, and so we'll get back to the ride and we can discuss more about what you guys think of that filter. And the process is really easy, guys. It's not that big of a deal. Like I said, the only part that you're going to have a little bit of trouble with is trying to squeeze this. Like I said, they make a plier tool that makes these things squeeze, and my fingers are fat, so it's kind of a pain. And they go in, you don't have to do anything. You just clip it. You can hear it clip, pull a little bit, make sure it doesn't come out, and you're set. So, all right, guys. Oh, almost forgot. Almost ready to switch back to riding, and just want to show you the filter. So basically, this is the company. It's red instead of green. Factory is green. Not a big deal. It's basically a factory replacement. It doesn't get any simpler to replace it. That's it. And it's the part number if you guys are interested. Hopefully, when the tune comes out, I can put a high performance filter in. But for now, yeah. Now I can say back on the bike and we can discuss more about the filter. All right, guys, what did you think? Let's get back on the bike. We'll talk more about it. So it's not like it's really involved. It's not like it's, I think, a hard job to do. I guess the fuel line is the only one that's going to be kind of fiddly, as they say in the UK. But yeah, I don't know. What's your guys' opinion anyway? As we roll out of here, this is just beautiful over here. Oh, if I could open it up here, it would sound so good, but with the Jersey wall here, oh, put it into neutral. Anyway, yeah, it's just so nice here, so really nice here. So And you know, it's always the kids when they see motorcycles they wave, but the parents could not. The kids are just stunned. But the parents always not usually happy. Anyway, so yeah, so as we roll out of the dam, what do you again? I'm asking, what do you guys think? Is it, have you seen a filter that dirty with that short of miles, 8,200 miles, and it was just toast as far as I'm concerned? And they call for a 12,000 mile deal to look at it. But it's not a hard job to do. Definitely want you guys' opinions on the what you think about that. I just don't even know what the. It's kind of hard for me. It's just weird, man. I guess I shouldn't say weird, but it's not like I was going off road or anything like that, something like that. Yeah, a lot of hikers around here, or just walkers, I guess. I'm not walking. I'm not a walker. That's why I got a motorcycle. So yeah, fairly easy job. I would figure it'd take you about an hour to do. Something you guys might want to check to see if your filter, if you got, I don't know, 6, 7, 8,000 miles on it, you might want to check your filter. How much performance it's going to hurt, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't totally clogged. It was just nasty dirty. Definitely needed to be changed. All right, guys, so tell me what you think. What's your opinion? Like I've been rattling on here. I'm just really curious some of the comments that people are going to make. It's not a hard job to do. You guys have any questions about it? If I've missed something, which I know I do a lot, I had made a bunch of corrections already in the video, but I think it might help some people anyway, you know. And it's easy maintenance. I don't think it's a big deal at all. Some people might want to bring it to the dealer, but to me, it's not. You know, they don't want to be messing with the electrical connections or fuel lines or anything like that. I can understand that, but to me, it was very easy to do. Thank you. Oh, I just really want to get on it, but can't do it around here. Anyway, guys, I got another video coming out because I got another change. You're making a change, and I don't want to give it away right now. And it's a change that many of you guys might not like. Some of you guys may not like. And it may seem counterproductive in my situation, but I made the change anyway, and I'm really happy with it. But we're not going to do that until we get the next video. I just don't, you know, this video would just be too long to do that. So with that, guys, hope you kind of enjoyed this kind of crazy video. Not much riding, mostly just showing what we do to take a tank off. And we'll be back.